Now let us move to question number 13. Problems of exclusion will be eliminated. Payer insurer is the state. The dash is done through public taxes and coverage is dash. We have options: loading and unreal, funding and imaginary, financing and universal, projection and hazy, and sponsoring and questionable. The first blank refers to what should be done through public taxes, and hence funding, financing and sponsoring may fit the first blank. However, loading and projection do not reflect this meaning. Hence, option A and D can be eliminated. For the second blank, the appropriate word should be something that fits with the overall theme of eliminating the problem of exclusion. Hence, only universal meaning widespread or collective fits the second blank. Hence, option C will be the right choice. Problems of exclusion will be eliminated if the payer insurer is the state, the financing is done through public taxes, and coverage is universal will be the right statement or a meaningful statement. Now let us move to the question number 14. Delayed monsoons preceded by a dash monsoon last year and depleting groundwater levels have dashed the crisis. You have options: deficient and exacerbated, derogatory, promoted, poor and fancied, enjoyable and viewed, enhancing and born. The sentence talks about reducing groundwater levels due to less rainfall for 2 consecutive years. In the context of the sentence, the only possible word that can fit the first blank is either deficient or poor. This eliminates the options B, D and E. For the second blank, a word that talks about worsening the crisis would be most appropriate. Only the word exacerbated, meaning aggravated or intensified, correctly describes the situation of the crisis. Hence, option A will be the right choice. So, delayed monsoons preceded by a deficient monsoon last year and depleting groundwater levels have exacerbated the crisis. So, that would be the right choice. Now, let us move to question number 15. In addition, growing dash of society on ideological lines has made the job of dash fake news easier. You have options: masses and observing, divergence and collecting, numbers and sorting, polarization and spreading, multitude and financing. The sentence talks about the increasing division of society on ideological grounds. In the context of the sentence, the only possible word that can fit in the first blank is either divergence or polarization. This eliminates the options A, C and E. For the second blank, a word that implies that the circulation of fake news has become easier is more appropriate. Only the word spreading is apt for the second blank. Option D is hence the correct answer, that is polarization and spreading. So the sentence goes like this: in addition, growing polarization of society on ideological lines has made the job of spreading fake news easier. Now let us move to question number 16. Investors can think of putting in at least 10% of their savings in gold, as it has the dash to be an dash for the portfolio in a fragile trade environment. You have options: purpose and disturbance, status and inspiration, potential and insurance, possibility and indictment, reasoning and arrangement. In the context of the sentence, potential or probability can fit the first blank, and this eliminates option A, B and E. Further, as diversification of portfolios by investing in gold provides a protection, insurance is the most appropriate choice for the second blank. Thus, option D gets eliminated as well. Hence, option C would be the right choice. Investors can think of putting in at least 10% of their savings in gold, as it has the potential to be an insurance for the portfolio in a fragile trade environment. Now let us move to question number 17. Central banks across the globe are preparing to loosen monetary policies to dash their respective economies, and it is expected that gold will continue the ongoing dash. So you have options: spur and momentum, inspire and synergy, enervate and juncture, encourage and matches, design and cooperation. So from the sentence what we can understand is central banks loosen monetary policy so as to stimulate economies. In the context of this sentence, the only possible word that can fit the first blank are spur, inspire or encourage. This eliminates the option C and E. The word ongoing before the second blank implies that a force has already been set in motion and would be continued. In other words, the momentum would be continued. This eliminates option B and D. Hence, option A will be the right answer. That is spur and momentum. Central banks across the globe are preparing to loosen monetary policies to spur their respective economies, and it is expected that gold will continue the ongoing momentum. Now, let us move to question number 18. Basic principles of credit dash and monitoring are obviated in PSBs and must be sharpened to dash defects of capital, business purpose and character. You have options: lending and reduce, assessment and emphasize, evaluation and clarify, appraisal and diagnose, and prevention and roughen. The word monitoring indicates that the sentence refers to credit review. In the context of the sentence, the words that are suitable for the first blank are assessment, evaluation and appraisal. Hence, option A and E are eliminated. In order to eliminate the defects of capital, the shortcomings must first be identified and analyzed. The only word that aptly conveys the meaning is diagnose, emphasize or clarify. Defects does not indicate this meaning, and this eliminates option B and C as well. Hence, option D will be the right choice. That is, basic principles of credit appraisal and monitoring are obvious in BSBs and must be sharpened to diagnose defects of capital, business purpose and character. Now, let us move to question number 19. Buildings must dash be examined and certified for safety, and those that fail to dash to the NBC must be demolished. You have options: surely and stick, intermittently and respect, intensely and purview, periodically and confirm, then positively and toughen. The sentence refers to the fact that buildings should be examined from time to time. In the context of the sentence, intermittently or periodically can fit the first blank, and this eliminates option A, C and E. Further, as buildings that fail obey the standards most demolished, confirm is the most appropriate choice for the second blank. Thus, Option B gets eliminated as well. Hence, option D is the correct answer. That is, buildings must periodically be examined and certified for safety, and those that fail to conform to the NBC must be demolished.